Hey, besties, and welcome back to the Best of Yvonne podcast. Today is episode 12, and it is the last episode for season 1. Today we are talking about becoming your own success story. Oh, I'm so excited to dive into this with you. I really want to take a moment to reflect on your journey of transformation, the transformation of listening to all of these episodes. Who have you become? How have you changed? And are you seeing yourself as your own success story? Because it's so important that you find yourself successful in whatever you're doing in your life, that you believe in yourself, and that you're consistently doing the things to build your confidence and your self-belief. So for years, I have been working on myself, and I really find that to be something I cherish and I value. And it is something that I have built over time. So my mental health or my mindset has taken many, many years. It's a never ending story. It's a never ending journey. And success is a never ending journey. It's not like you just arrive one day and say, ta-da, I'm successful. No, it's tiny, consistent steps that you take every single day. It's going to the gym every single day to get the body that you want. It's showing up for yourself every single day, being the best version of yourself to become the person you want to be. So I want you to think about how you have transformed your life or how you are currently transforming your life and where that self-belief lies in this transformation for you. Because I do believe it's paramount that we believe in ourselves. And there was a time I remember, actually, it was when I was building Medical Aesthetic Art Institute. And I can see exactly where I was at. And I was at my sister's house, walking into her garage, telling her and her husband my grand idea of building Medical Aesthetic Art Institute. And they kind of just looked at me like, you're going to build a Botox and filler school? Okay, let's see how that goes. This is the thing. There's going to be many people in your life who do not believe in you. But the most important thing is that you believe in you. And I could feel it when I was saying this to my brother-in-law and my sister. I could feel it with every fiber of my being. I had that much self-belief that I was going to be successful at it because I saw a need in this specialty. And I believed that I had the desire and the passion, the heart, the energy, the desire to just really create something magical. And I would consider myself to be a success story. I've had the privilege of training thousands and thousands of providers. So, what is your success story? Do you believe it with every fiber of your being? Are you still working on it? Are you still improving it? Because I don't know that we just show up one day and are a success and the journey's done. I think it's an ongoing process. I think it's something that we need to personally reflect on regularly and reevaluate ourselves. So I want you to think about that and go back to maybe episode 1 where we talked about being that chubby caterpillar. What phase are you in? Are you still in the cocoon? Are you longing to be that butterfly? Or have you escaped the cocoon and you're learning to fly? I love what I've created. I love Medical Aesthetic Art Institute, but it too went through its own transformation. Because when I started it, my desire was to teach, to educate, and to make it better than what I've experienced. But today it's completely different. My desire and passion is the privilege to educate and inspire and impact the individual that's coming to take a training. I always say, you think you're here to learn Botox and fillers, but I hope to inspire and instill in you something greater, something deeper, something that is lifelong. So teaching you strategies on how to have a healthy mindset, how to have self-belief, how to overcome the negative narrative in your head, and how to build something that you're proud of, even when other people aren't cheering you on, or when other people are like crabs in the bucket pulling you down, that you believe so deeply in yourself that you do not let anyone stand in your way, and that you speak with conviction, that you act with conviction, and that you go after what it is you want. And if you would have told me, 7.5 years ago that I would have built something and scaled it to the degree that I have, I don't know that I would have believed you. I knew it was going to be great. I knew I wanted to do it, and I knew I would make a lot of money doing it, but I didn't realize the impact that I would have had then as I see now. Having this year will be our fourth annual My Summit, which started out as community events. I've been doing community events for 6 years where I would bring the community of injectors together. We'd have a couple reps, guest speakers come in, and we would just network. And we would do these once every quarter. And I still hold these today. I'll be holding one in Hawaii on February 21st, where I love to bring people together, because it's the people that we surround ourselves with that help us get where we want to go. It's the people that we get to change our lives and transform our lives. It's generally not us doing anything by ourselves. It generally always involves other people. And so when I started Medical Aesthetic Art Institute, I thought I was just going to teach, injectors or teach medical providers how to inject Botox and filler. I didn't realize that I would be doing community events, that I would be doing conferences, that I would be doing webinars, that I would be speaking nationwide on stages and representing dermal filler companies or neuromodulator companies. Like, it has just expanded beyond my belief, and it continues to grow. I think the year 2025 is a year of collaboration, and I've already been able to collaborate with so many other amazing individuals in this specialty, and I just see it continuing to grow. So I want you to think about your own success story. Look back, because they always say we underestimate what we can do in 10 years. Where were you 10 years ago? What was your life like 10 years ago? How have you evolved and transformed into who you are today? Can you recall what steps you took? What relationships, what networking opportunities helped you get where you're at? Because you are today your own success story. You're successful as a mother. You're successful as a wife. You're successful as a sibling, as a daughter. You're successful as a coworker. So what is it that you see in these past 10 years? And where is it you see yourself in the next 10 years? Because you get to design your life. You get to create it. You get to write the script for the next 10 years. And there's someone in your life right now that if you asked that individual, they would help you get to the next level. Because again, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. And oftentimes we just need to ask. And there's so many people out there willing to help you, watch you, grow with you, push you, believe in you. But you got to find those, because I would say 98% of the people out there are just living mediocre lives, punching the clock, just getting by, just doing mundane things, living habitually. But there are those diamonds in the rough that are waiting to have you reach out, grab their hand, and let them pull you up. So this is a recent experience. I was at a gala. Every October, Dr. Renato Saltz holds a gala. It's a fundraiser for women with breast cancer. And this was my second year. And this year, he introduced me to Dr. Robert Singer, just this amazing plastic surgeon from La Jolla, California. And we just became friends instantly. So this past weekend, I was in La Jolla visiting him, and he was so proud of me. And we haven't really talked much, but I gave him a copy of my book, and he was so proud of me that he just wanted to share it and tell everybody. So when you have people like that in your life that want to brag about you and want to share everything about you with other people, Like, that is a true treasure, and cherish that and value that and appreciate that. So because of this random meeting at a gala, he's now getting me into New Beauty magazine. He wants my article published about my story and about my book. He's helping me get onto other stages and into other rooms where I can empower and inspire and speak to others. He went to his local bookstore trying to get me in on a book tour. Like, this gentleman, 82 years old, believes so deeply in me and my mission that he wants to be a part of it. So, are there people in your life like that? Because if so, I want you to reach out to them today. I want you to cherish them and thank them. And if not, it starts with you. It starts with you becoming that person, because whatever you put out into the universe will always come back to you. So I want you to go find somebody that you can believe in, that you can cherish, that you can push, that you can brag about from the stages or from wherever you are, from your Instagram, and tell other people how great this person is and why they should know them, because that's how we're going to uplift and inspire and impact one another, is that we brag about each other and we recognize the beauty and the goodness in others, and we really help others. And even just going through my example or my story or my experience with my book, I was completely humbled and so grateful for all the people who supported me in that. I did not expect to sell as many books as I did, but it literally, we made it. We made it to Amazon's #1 bestseller in our category of personal success because of all of you listening and all of you supporting and all of you believing in me and believing in my mission to empower, inspire, and educate. So it takes each and every one of us to contribute to the overall puzzle, as I've mentioned before. But I really want you to know that you are your own success story. And if you're not where you want to be, there's still time. You still have it within you. I've gotten so many messages of people telling me they've forgotten how to dream. Your dreams are still there. They're locked in with that 7-year-old that you've not visited in an awfully long time. She's still there waiting, and she would love to have you come visit and dig up some of the past and heal some of the past. But if you're not where you're wanting to be, if your success story is not finished, do the work, get there, find your younger self, start healing, and start working and moving in that direction. Because I can tell you this, your life is not an accident. You are no mistake. Your life is meaningful, it's purposeful, and you need to just step into that vessel of who you're meant to be, because that's where you're going to benefit the rest of the world. And if you're dimming your light, you're starving the rest of the world of your essence, or what I call your pixie dust. So what's next in your journey of transformation? So next season in your life, we're going to step into being more intentional. In our next season of the podcast, we're going to have a lot more guest speakers on sharing their story. And at our women's conference in November here in sunny St. George, we're having some powerful women share their story of resilience, of how they got where they're at, that they're going to be sharing their success story with you. Because I do believe when women share their stories, that it inspires us to live fully into our story. And I just want each and every one of you to know that if you're not dreaming, you can start dreaming now. Just pull out a pen and paper and start writing down what you love about yourself. And if that's hard to do, we got to spend a lot more time there. What did you love as a child? And what comes natural to you? And what lights you up? Like me speaking to women and seeing that little seed get planted and them starting to believe in themselves, starting to dream again, starting to you can literally see the wheels in their head churning. as they're getting creative about what they want to do with their life. And if they've seen another woman do it, they're more likely to do it. They're inspired thinking, if she can do it, I can do it. And I love to be a part of that, to just be that little fuel to their flame and be like, I will help you. I will support you, because I love to get ideas and just throw them out there and let them take little bits of it and start to imagine what their life would be like with these little seeds that we're planting. So if you do not have a mentor, find one. They will instill these seeds in you. They will help reignite your flame. They will help you start to believe in yourself again. And I want you to evaluate your network, because it's related to your net worth. I want you to evaluate your 5 closest friends, because birds of a feather flock together. Do you want to be a chicken pecking at the ground, or do you want to be an eagle and soaring in the sky? You become like your environment. You become like those around you. And that chubby caterpillar will never transform if it's not making progress, if it's not putting itself in other environments, in other rooms, to be around leaders, around more powerful people, making an impact in the world. So start with yourself today. Look for others to surround yourself with. And if you don't have others, turn to a book. Start with my book, From Food Stamps to Fortunes. There's several other books out there. Think and Grow Rich for Women is a fantastic book by Sharon Lechter. So pick up a book, surround yourself with other powerful, strong women striving to improve their lives, and literally rewrite your story at any time. Rewrite your script and put the actors in that you want in there, or the actresses. I remember Paige, one of my students that is now my dear friend. She told her husband when she came to my training, she doesn't know it yet, but we're going to be best friends. And she's right. We are the best of friends. And she is that one friend that always messages or calls and says, how can I show up for you? How can I serve you this week? What can I help you with? And if I have a training and I need help, she's the first I call. And she's always there. She's traveled with me so many places across the country as my assistant, even though we are best of friends, because she's always there to help and serve. She's never judgmental. She's never competitive. She listens to me all the time, because you guys, I still have my soapbox. I still have my issues. I still have my things, but she's the most loving, kind, loyal woman, and I'm proud to call her friend. So surround yourself with more people like that. Make them a part of your success story, and thank them for being a part of your success story. And I want to hear about your success story. I want to hear about your transformation. So if you would do me a favor and take a moment and share, send me a DM at the best of Yvonne on Instagram. You can email contact at the best of Yvonne, and just reach out. I want to know how you've transformed your life, how you're showing up as a success story. And maybe you want to be a guest on my podcast, because again, in season 2, we are interviewing other women to share with you their story of success, to share with you their journey. And I'm pretty sure you're going to find some similarities, or you're going to find some inspiration that inspires you to take your life to the next level. So again, thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for being on this journey. And thank you for tuning in every other week here at the Best of Yvonne podcast. Let's keep growing together. Let's keep reaching back and pulling other women up. Let's use our voices for good. Let's empower, inspire, and educate. And most of all, let's love one another. So until next time, besties, stand tall, shine bright, remember who you are, and know that I love you and I'm here for you. And I'm excited to see you guys back in season 2 with our guests.